upon, please announce your name and which media outlet you are with, and we'll start right here in the middle.
Jonathan Bigliotti with CBS News. For Mayor Bass, please. Mayor, LA County is in a panic state. It began 2 days ago with the Palisades fire. My crew and I arrived shortly after.
She was in Ghana. You know, she was actually on vacation in Ghana, and she flew back. These guys they suck.
Started, and for several
really, you can't take a vacation with a job like this. You can't.
Hours we watched.
It's not what you signed up.
Hundreds of homes in
it's 30s in Florida. Wow.
Neighborhood burned to the ground. We did not see a single fire engine. We watched as Good Samaritans guided traffic. There was fear and there was a lot of confusion. You were out of the country at the time. Shortly after the fire started, a press release was put out warning of this fire behavior. My question to you is, what explains this lack of preparation and rapid response?
Let me just say, first and foremost, my number one focus, and I think the focus of all of us here with one voice, is that we have to protect lives, we have to save lives, and we have to save homes. Rest assured that when rest assured, let me finish. Rest assured, when that is done, when we are safe, when lives have been saved and homes have been saved, we will absolutely do an evaluation to look at what worked, what didn't work, and to correct or to hold accountable in.
Said this is what you call the great lie response? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Body, department, individual, etc. But my focus right now,
she's getting hounded, though,
is on the lives and on the homes.
Do you think your leadership was...
But I mean, when there's no water, when the fire hydrants don't work, I mean, dude, they totally failed. It's 0% containment. They ran out of resources. It's like, dude.
Effective while responding to this disaster.
I just
That's
said
so funny.
What I believe is the most important thing for us to do right now, and that is going to continue to be my focus. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to the middle with the laptop.
No relaxing on the beach for you? Yeah, in the 30s. You could a polar plunge.
I want to introduce...
Joe Rogan would do it with his ice baths.
This is an important announcement to be made. The U.S. Forest Service Fire Chief Robert Garcia has an announcement regarding a decision being made on the National Forest.
That's all she spoke? What a hack. Or is she back?
Supervisor, and I'll be brief. I just wanted to share that in the overnight hours last night, the U.S. Forest Service, in an effort to reduce calls for service and reduce potential risk for wildfire, we've made a decision until further notice that the Angeles National Forest is closed. And so we'll get some additional information out.
Oh, yeah, it should be.
Press release, that kind of information on the details of that closure, but it's similar to the types of orders that the county and the city have instituted regarding curfews and access and that type of thing. So the Angeles National Forest will be closed till further notice, likely till we get through this current fire weather event.
Thank you for that. We'll go in the middle. Name and media outlet, please.
Okay, Karen Bass.
Hi, Thomas Fuller. From
just got back in town.
For Chief Luna, I just wanted to follow up on what you said about you weren't satisfied with the information that you were getting on fatalities. It's been widely reported that there were 5 deaths, at least 5 deaths. Do you believe that death toll is not accurate, and do you think it's less than that?
I think it's more than that.
Based on all the information that I've received in the last probably 8 hours, I want to be more
they don't know what's going on
in the specific information that I'm getting. So what we're doing now is going back through everything because you got to understand.
Look at that with the winds just blowing. So I lived out on Venice. I lived in a van for like 5 years on Venice Beach, which is right next to Pacific Palisades. And this time for the next through January, through March, it's windy as hell, sand's blowing everywhere. Like last year, it rained for like 45 days straight, just flooding. This is the worst time to be in California. Everyone's like, go to California during the winter. It's like, no, it's the worst time.
Urgency, the chaotic nature of what we're dealing with, and we're still in the middle of that. So I want to make sure.
Ooh, you really think hundreds are dead? Oh shit, dude. Actually, yeah, I can see it. I saw some videos, dude. That you think that they have to be? Possibly. I mean, they're going to say 3 to 5. I will say by, Thursday? Friday, they're going to release some more information. But Monday is going to be a big, big boom. It's kind of how the media works, how I've been tracking it. Like, there's checkpoints where they just unload a shit ton of information.
We go forward, at least for the sheriff's department, we're actually having our homicide unit involved because they don't only do murder investigations.
You think next Friday? Next Friday will be a brutal result. See, the fires are going to rage through the weekend. Yeah, you're right about that. The fires are going to rage through the weekend. They don't know when they're going to contain it. LA might be ripped apart by then. I mean, dude, you can't compete against this. I live right next to the train tracks is right next to my house. And when I first moved in here, I thought, I'm thinking about this monster vehicle. I'm like, I couldn't gather everyone in the neighborhood to stop this thing. You know, even if we all went outside, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do with this fire. Nothing.
Change the system and verify each number, because I don't care if it's just one.
It might be. It might even be worse. It's in the Hollywood Hills and it's creeping down, and they're evacuating Santa Monica.
That's somebody's family.
I know someone in Santa Monica that knows multiple people that already lost their house in Pacific Palisades.
That's somebody we love and care for. So I want to make sure that's solid before we start presenting that information. Unfortunately, based on the preliminary information I've seen, at least in the two large fires that we're dealing with on each side of the county, unfortunately, I think the death toll will rise. I hope I'm wrong.
Oh my God!
But I think it's going to rise.
Thank you for that. Let's go.
They're prepping us. They're prepping us. Oh God, this is scary.
Right over here in the front.
Yeah, Josh Haskell, ABC.
Yep. And I wonder when the insurance is probably going to be delayed. People are going to be out on their ass. It's fucking nuts, dude.
7 Eyewitness News. Mayor Bass, I've been on the fire lines.
I mean, the crazy thing is that these people up here are going through it too.
The last 2 days, I've never seen firefighters this desperate.
I do think that it was planned in some way. I mean, and it's the start of a new year, so you start your new project. Boom. You know, it started like 2 days ago. So think about it. They're like, okay, the first week, the end of the first week, on the 7th day, start the fire. Boom, we're in.
Fire hydrants, water not coming out. The pressure.
Strategy. Look at the numbers, guys. Look all around you. Look at the patterns. Take a step back and look at how they just serve us breakfast, lunch, dinner at the same time.
Pressure so low, the number one tool that they use to fight these fires, not there. How frustrated are you about that? And also, I'm getting
it's going to take that long to build them too. 2030, 2035, a good 10 years, they'll definitely be just churning away. Hawaii, Maui, Pacific Palisades, and let's think. They can't really burn it in New York. Where would be the next one? Let's see if we can guess where the next fucking smart city would be. Miami? Nah, maybe. What if they built one in Portland? Portland Smart City?
Now,
it would be like the AI would be very sensitive. You can't say that word. You're hurting my feelings.
Palisades Highlands community, we're almost 48 hours after this fire started. There's not resources up there. The hydrants aren't working. Where's the National Guard? Where are miles and miles of water tenders? How are we addressing this?
Well, first of all, you asked me, was I frustrated by this? Of course, because we all know that this has been an unprecedented event.
God.
We also know that
they don't even know. She's just like, I have no fucking clue to do. Let me go take a shot of whiskey and hit this bowl, because this is fucked.
Hydrants are not constructed to deal with this type of massive devastation.
Oh, being a truck, yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff. I almost want to, I've been researching how to get certified with like AI and virtual reality and stuff like that. Oh, you're drinking whiskey. Let's fucking go, dude. What is it? Almost, it's not even, we might be on the same, the time. It's almost 2. That's what's up. It's that Thursday whiskey.
And
Love
that
it.
the number one problem, especially on Wednesday, was the fact that we weren't able to do the air support because of the wind.
Yeah, it's 2 p.m. somewhere.
And so, of course, I am absolutely frustrated by that. I am not sure that is correct, that there are no resources up there, but rest assured, as soon as we are done here, I will follow up on that.
But those homes, the first day and a half, there were homes up there that had been protected by the fire, and then I went up there yesterday, and there were
that had been protected.
Lord, there is so much footage from this. It's just, it's insane. I'm surprised I haven't seen more like real goofy content creators like in the fire doing a tic-tac dance in front of this burning house.
It basically had been saved. Obviously, the fire's moving different directions, but when I went up there yesterday, there were not a lot of resources. We drove around.
Yeah, how are they getting the best thing that they've done? The best thing that Los Angeles and Hollywood could do is get footage. That's what they do. They make it a Hollywood scene. So they've got more cameras out there than water.
And I know that things got worse up there. I'm just wondering now that we move 48 hours past.
No firefighters, because no one is in LA to work a job like that. Everyone's there to be a star.
How are we addressing these water problems that are continuing?
You can't TikTok dance over this burning house.
And is it acceptable that they continue?
Well, let me just say that the water problems are a little better now because the winds are such that we can go up and have the air support. And you know that was...
so helicopters weren't even able to get up there. No, that's a bullshit lie. Come on now.
That's the reason that the devastation was so bad. The unprecedented wind.
Well, it was perfect timing, Karen.
The strength of the wind and the fact that the air support could not go up.
And if Chief Crowley wants to talk to this, there have been many fires before where air support is not available, and we depend upon...
Karen ass? Let's start calling her that because, like, Trump is calling... Governor Newsom. We should start calling her Karen ass.
These ground resources and crews. Was there a plan in place for that? And did the resources get here quickly enough? Because and talk about an update to air support today.
Right. So thank you for that question. As we know, and you heard.
Yeah, I mean, they're all owned. You don't think that these people that have been struggling their whole life and they finally got into a mayor position, you don't think they bow down and take sponsorships and checks and fucking get on their knees? It takes a really strong individual to say no, 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 no. Like, and then when you say no, you got a target on your fucking head. And they don't want that. And then they're like, well, if you say no to that, we're going to kill your family. So that's why Trump is going so hard, and they already tried to kill him. Guys, you have to appreciate a guy that says fuck you to everyone.
All of the incidents that are occurring at this point. Palisades was the first brush fire that we were attacked.
You think they get paid, chose platinum over lead, and ran with it? What do you mean? I don't understand.
At that moment. You talk about specific pre-deploying. We put resources in place, pre-deploying, knowing that the winds were coming. With that, when the fire did light and take off.
I wonder how much this interpreter is getting paid, if anything at all.
Rapid response. Very dynamic situation. Air to ground resources coordinating. Now, with the winds, I don't think we can overstate that enough. There's no excuse in regard.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, you're saying Mexico, they tell the politicians, well, it's all one big gang and it's mafia and it's like it's affiliated further than we could ever even imagine. That's why nothing will ever make sense.
The winds were too much.
But we can keep pressuring and cornering people to squeeze out the truth. But when you have people pressuring you versus the mafia, you know, you're going to do what the mafia says anyways. They're more powerful.
But the reality is the winds are so dynamic, and at that tipping point.
Yeah, because the CIA is a hired company. When Trump first got in office, he actually didn't even use the CIA. He didn't hire them. He didn't hire them to be a part. He hired his own crew.
Point when our resources, air resources, were grounded.
Exactly. And that's why a lot of people like the CIA are going to be out of work. That's why they don't want him, because he's not using the traditional system that's been in play for so long.
That changes our strategies and tactics. We called for the world in regard to the number of resources and what we needed, who we needed, immediate need. Every single resource that was available at that moment.
Yep, it's very deep. It's so layered. I mean, even my dad was telling me, he's like, fuck Trump, he's blaming it on the governor. And I'm like, yeah, it actually is the governor's fault. They were not prepped. They used money. They cut $17 million from the fire department, and this happens. It's the fucking governor's fault. They're not prepared. Like, sure, you can't predict what the winds are going to be and stuff like that, but no, it's the politician's fault for spending money in other places instead of protecting and providing and preparing their city for natural disasters and other things. It's not even about growing. It's about sustaining.
You talked about 48 hours later. Where are we now, right? Again, I already spoke on if we don't have water, we find water, we use water tenders, we draft water. The fire department, first responders, we're going to do everything in our absolute effort to do what we can do with what we've got. The good news is, with the wind subsiding...
Well, first you need to get your head out of your ass. LA, like I said, is kind of like a pussy city where people are so used to the sunshine and good vibes and good days. They're like, oh, fuck, I actually got to put my boots on.
Water drops, you're going to see rotary, you're going to see fixed wings all day, unless something changes. Again, I did say 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts even today. So very, very dynamic situation. With that, also, you said about the other homes, no fire resources there. As winds change, our resources change, we redistribute, we move.
No resources.
And that's the dynamic situation that we are in, even in day three.
Good Lord, guys.
That's what I wanted to say about that.
We'll go right behind. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. I have
day three.
Another question for you, Bob DeCastro over here.
She don't even know.
From Good Day LA, Fox 11. Another issue, another concern about.
Look at her fake ass smile. No politician should even be fake smiling.
Fox 11. Another issue, another.
You might turn. I was just about to say something about him. You might turn gay watching him. Yeah. He's been just sitting around on his couch, posting on X. And finally, he had to get up and do something. Put on his big glasses and get out there.
Concern about resources and, in particular,
I heard Alex Jones is saying the smoke is turning everyone gay. No, I'm kidding. I just made
staffing as well. And we heard from firefighters even on the front lines expressing frustrations about, obviously it's a challenge right now. They're bringing in firefighters from all across the western region. But can you address the criticism now over the budget issue and the slashing, $17 million slashing?
I think if you go back and look at the reductions that were made, there were no reductions that were made that would have impacted the situation.
Shut the fuck up. But there was a lot of things you could have done. Like Trump was saying months ago that preparing the forest floor, and they didn't do that. He said this months ago to prep it. They won't do that. They cut the funding. Checking the hydrants, testing everything. It's maintenance every day, guys. Just because you're not having a fire every day doesn't mean you have to be out there. The firefighters should be out there, even if they're laying around all day. Like, pick up the pace, guys. It's LA. Like, you put that many people into a city, shit's going to go wild.
We're dealing with over the last couple of days. And then there was a little bit of confusion because
it had endangered fish. Oh my God, dude. Yeah. Burn the whole city down for the fish. I think they're just, they were prepared with every excuse for everything to let the fire just blaze through.
Money was allocated.
Yeah, exactly. They're making shit up. They're prepared with their excuses.
To be distributed later on, which was actually going to support salaries.
Their whole job is to be the illusion.
And other parts of the fire department that were distributed a little later.
You know what? They might want to burn LA down. When you think about it, they might make the whole entire, they might make the entire, it's very big, but LA might become an entire smart city. How do you do that? You burn it down. That land is so nice. It's the best land in the country. You know? Where did the homeless go? Well, there's a lot more homeless now. There's rich homeless now. But where do they go?
So I think it's most important to understand that
1 million homeless? There's a shit ton of homeless now. There's going to be a lot of people moving out of LA. It's going to be hey, I don't blame it. LA is dirty as fuck and trashed. But the homeless now are about to take over LA. They're about to take over LA.
We were in tough budgetary.
Close to 1 million in Cali. Oh, I bet there's even more, honestly. I lived out there. I was homeless in LA years ago. It ain't pretty.
Times, everybody knew that, but that the impact of our budget really did not impact what we've been going through over the last few days. Again.
Yep. Being homeless is, I think everyone deserves to be homeless just like once in their life, to gain perspective. Yeah, it's like when you hit rock bottom, it's either you can go, there's two ways you can go. Just die, or you're forced to get your shit together. So hitting rock bottom and being homeless is not bad. I think that it's a reality check a lot of people need to go through, and most people that are very arrogant and ignorant have never been there before in those situations. They have too many safety nets. They've never pushed the limit. They've stayed in like a bubble, and then they're like the people that are on Facebook with these opinions with absolutely no experience in anything.
Back to the unprecedented winds.
It is. It's true. I've been there multiple times too, and each time I've learned so much, and I feel very self-aware of myself. Which, when you're self-aware, you start to become your needs. What do you need to sustain? What are you going to be grateful for? Now you understand priorities. You're not going to put like buying a bag of cocaine over paying your rent now, or whatever. You know what I mean?
When at such ferocity that we haven't seen in years the context in which we were dealing with it. Thank you.
I almost went back out to LA last year.
Thank you. Let's
a year ago.
Over here.
I had my ticket bought and everything.
On this side, did you have your hand up with the blue? Name and media outlet, please.
Hi, Grace Tui with the Los Angeles Times. I was hoping Chief Crowley could talk a little bit more about start of the Palisades fire. We'd heard that, I know we don't know why it started, but we'd heard that it started possibly in a garden in someone's backyard, if you could confirm that. And then how...
Yeah, I have the exact address of where they said it was started. It was just looked like it was some neighborhood. It started in a garden in a backyard. It's hard for me to believe that.
How long do we know it took for it to actually reach homes? And I know you said that resources were pre-deployed, but do we know where they're actually fire?
That's a good excuse. Just a garden in a backyard.
Crews in.
Imagine if it really did, and you're like the kid that accidentally started the fire.
In the Palisades when it did start?
Right. So
Discord? Yeah, I'm on Discord.
I'll
Same
start
name. I barely have anyone on there, but I'm still building it up.
With your second question, and we'll go
Or
back.
what? This is Discord?
I'll
Yeah,
start with your first
Discord.
one. As for where the start of the fire was in the Palisades fire, again...
Oh, yeah, join it. It's under my name, Wax Adams. Also on... I repost everything on my YouTube every day, so all these segments, and then I replay my live all through the day on my YouTube. I'm not live on YouTube right now, but... it's Wax Adams Official on YouTube and Instagram too. I just had a, yeah, I'll send you one. Do you? I guess you do. Let me see if it's on my website real quick. Let me see if you can get there on my website. Shit, what the hell was I talking about? What the hell? It's not letting me get to my website for some reason.
Currently under active investigation. We have our arson investigators that are out right now.
At my Instagram, I just had a viral reel last night about the fires. It's like let me see what it is. I know it's past 300K right now, which is Wax Adams on Instagram. Let's see what my reel's at right now. 329,000 since last night.
We speak.
Dude, it's going up too. I have a feeling by Monday it'll hit like less than 24 hours actually. It hit 100K in just like a few hours, and I think it might hit 1 million, I'm not going to lie.
And they are actively investigating. As soon as we have information, we will share that with all of you. I know there's obviously,
thank you. Appreciate
for the right reasons, a lot of interest in that.
Good way to start off the new year for sure.
So with that, we'll circle back. When we come to pre-deployment, yes, we have our local fire stations that are assigned, Fire Station 69, Fire Station 23 in the Palisades area. They were fully staffed. Also pre-deployment in those areas, and we can also share the exact locations of where they were, how much we bolstered in regard to resources in the Palisades area. And also, mind you, we pre-deploy in the very high fire hazard severity zones, knowing that those are the communities most at risk during a wind event.